the motherly or nurturing girl. And let's be honest, sometimes she can be a little overbearing. She notices everything. You didn't text back? She's worried. You skipped breakfast. She's judging. She will lecture you on hydration, sleep, and general life decisions whether you like it or not. It's like having a life coach who never sleeps, which can be exhausting, especially if you're someone who likes to do things your own way. She wants to take care of everyone all the time, and while that sounds sweet, it can also feel like being trapped under a constant, I know better than you cloud. She might even bake cookies, yes, but it's always accompanied by a lecture about sugar, carbs, or how you're probably stressed and need some self-care. Then there's the bubbly and talkative girl, the one who injects energy into any room, and honestly, life with her is like living inside a sitcom. She laughs loudly, makes exaggerated hand gestures, and can turn a short story about her dog into a full-on epic saga. She's the type of person who texts 50 memes a day, drags you to spontaneous events, and somehow makes a grocery run feel like a party. Even when she overwhelms you a little, it's impossible not to smile around her. People are drawn to her positivity, and she somehow manages to make boring routines exciting without even trying. The third type is the confident and leader-type girl, and while confidence is great, sometimes it borders on bossiness. She walks into a room, and everyone else suddenly feels like a supporting character in her story. She takes charge of plans, decides what everyone should eat, and makes executive decisions without consulting anyone. While this can be inspiring, it can also feel like being trapped under a tiny, unyielding CEO who refuses to hear no. She's ambitious, assertive, and organized. But sometimes people just want to chill, and she's already 5 steps ahead planning their life. The fourth type is the intelligent and thoughtful girl, and this one is basically the dream friend. She sees patterns others don't, asks the right questions, and can turn a casual conversation into a mind-blowing discussion about philosophy, science, or the latest documentary you didn't know existed. She challenges you without being condescending, gives insightful advice, and makes you think twice about how you approach things in life. Even if she's quiet, her presence is powerful. One sentence from her can change the entire tone of a conversation, and you secretly admire her for it. Next up is the adventurous and playful girl. And sure, she's a blast, but let's be honest, she can be reckless. She drags her friends into spontaneous road trips at 2 a.m., convinces you to try skydiving when you're terrified of heights, or pushes boundaries that make you question your life choices. Her energy is exciting, but it can also be exhausting, especially if you prefer routine or a quiet weekend. She thrives on chaos and fun, and while it's exhilarating, it's not for everyone. The sixth type is the emotional and expressive girl, who is wonderfully genuine. She laughs until she cries at puppy videos, and gets fully invested in every little thing that matters to her. You always know where you stand with her because she shows her feelings openly, which makes her incredibly relatable and human. She can turn ordinary moments into memorable experiences just by being herself, and her honesty encourages others to express themselves too. Then there's the fashionable and image-conscious girl, and let's be real, sometimes she's exhausting. She judges what others wear, compares herself to everyone around her, and can make social situations feel like a runway critique session. Her style is impeccable, and she's creative and inspiring, but hanging out with her can make you hyper-aware of your own appearance, which is exhausting if you're not as obsessed with aesthetics. Finally, the shy and introverted girl is amazing in her own quiet way, but connecting with her can be tricky. She might avoid large gatherings, overthink conversations, or take hours to open up. While it can be frustrating to get to know her, when she does trust you, her loyalty, thoughtfulness, and insight are unmatched. She notices details others miss, values meaningful connections, and adds a calming presence to any group. Most girls aren't purely one type. They're usually a combination, which makes life dynamic and unpredictable. Some girls can be nurturing but controlling, bubbly but exhausting, intelligent but intimidating, or shy but incredibly funny once you crack the shell. Observing these traits, both the good and the slightly annoying, helps you navigate friendships, relationships, and everyday interactions. It also makes life more entertaining because you start noticing patterns, little quirks, and humorous contradictions, like a shy girl secretly cracking jokes or the adventurous girl carefully planning her chaos. From the motherly girl who smothers you with care, to the bubbly friend who keeps you laughing nonstop, the confident leader who sometimes bulldozes everyone else's opinions, the thoughtful intellectual who makes you question everything you thought you knew, the adventurous girl who drags you into chaos just for fun, the emotional girl who makes ordinary moments feel like epic dramas, the stylish diva who obsesses over appearances, and the shy introvert who quietly observes but occasionally drops a line so funny or insightful you can't help but be impressed. Every one of these personalities has its mix of positives and negatives. The motherly type might be smothering and overbearing, but she also notices when you're down and shows you care in ways no one else does. The bubbly girl can be overwhelming, but she brings energy, laughter, and positivity to every dull moment. The confident leader might be bossy, but she motivates people to take action and makes things happen when no one else would. The intelligent girl can be intimidating or serious, but she teaches you to think critically and notice things others overlook. The adventurous girl may push boundaries too far, but she creates stories and memories that stick with you forever. The emotional girl might overreact sometimes, but she helps you feel deeply, connect genuinely, and understand yourself better. The fashionable diva can be exhausting in her obsession with style, but she inspires creativity, self-expression, and attention to detail. And the shy girl may be hard to get to know, but her loyalty, insight, and subtle humor make her one of the most rewarding personalities to interact with. Most people aren't purely one type, they're a mix. You might meet a girl who is nurturing yet rebellious, bubbly yet deeply intelligent, or fashionable but surprisingly thoughtful. Observing these traits, both the annoying and the endearing, teaches you how to navigate friendships, dating, and social situations more effectively. It also makes life entertaining because you start noticing patterns, little contradictions, and humorous quirks, like a shy girl cracking jokes when no one expects it, or the adventurous girl meticulously planning her next chaotic adventure. Understanding these 8 personalities, motherly, bubbly, confident, intelligent, adventurous, emotional, fashionable, and shy, helps you appreciate people for who they really are. See both the flaws and the strengths, and maybe even laugh at the absurdities of human behavior. Life becomes richer when you notice how these traits mix, clash, and complement each other, making interactions dynamic, unpredictable, and memorable.